Welcome back, dear learners. Before the ad break, we prepared the Creditors Control account and we used amounts from the cash journals as well as the credit journals. It is very important that you remember that your Creditors Control account is a liability account. Therefore, it will increase on the credit side and it will decrease on the debit side. We have questions that we have with us. Let us see if we can answer some of these questions. Question number 1 reads, cash discount amounting to 960 was received from the creditors during the month of October. How much was paid to them? When we pay our creditors, they allow us discount if we pay within the time that they have given us. So if you come to the debit side where our creditors control account is decreasing now, you have bank and discount received, 49,900. That means there is 2 things in there. There is your bank, what we have paid, but they have also allowed us discount, which we call discount received. If we want to find how much was paid, we will now say, of the 49,900, which includes bank and discount, let us therefore take out what we are given, which is the discount, 960 rands. How much do we then get? Please punch that in your calculator. 49,900, which is what we are given over here, includes 2 amounts, bank as well as discount. Let us take out the discount so then we can remain with the bank what we actually paid. How much do you get on your calculators? 48,940. Thank you so much. Let's now go and look at question number 2. Question number 2 then reads, name 2 accounts that could possibly be credited as a result of the entry of 4,620. There it is. We need to look for it in the creditors control account. You find it on the debit side. There it is, 4,620, and it is CAJ. That means here it's going to be total allowances. Total allowances. What it means is we have returned goods, or it could be equipment that we purchased and we have returned it. The question now wants us to give 2 accounts that could possibly be credited as a result of that entry. The first account is going to be trading stock. We would have bought trading stock on credit, which will be in the CJ. And then if the goods are defective, we then find it in the CAJ. So the first account to be credited will be your trading stock. The second account will be your equipment, that we would have bought equipment on credit and it would be part of the CJ. However, if the equipment is also faulty, maybe it's not working properly as we would want it to, therefore we return it, it would also be in our CAJ. So that is what can be credited in the 4,620. Let us go to question number 3. It says, give 1 possible reason for the entry of 600. We need to look for this 600. We find it on the credit side. There is 600 CRJ. Why would we have the CRJ and we have 600 rands? It is possible that when we pay our creditors, we can pay them more than what we were supposed to pay here in bank and discount. So we have paid them, however, we paid them more. They must give us that money back. In other words, it is first in the bank and discount, and if the money is more, they will refund us that money. In other words, here you find bank CRJ 600. This will then be a refund. So the possible reason for the 600 will be a refund from our creditors. They are saying, you paid us more. Here is your refund. Question number 4, and it reads, interest has been charged by a creditor on an overdue amount. In which of the amounts above is the interest included? When we are charged interest, the question you must ask yourself is, does it increase what we owe them or it decreases? Definitely, it should increase what we owe our creditors. And we would find that amount recorded in the GJ. So here you should have what we call journal. What side is this? Credit. Journal credits. And the amount is 2,280. Interest has been charged by a creditor on an overdue amount. In which of the amounts above? It would definitely be your 2,280. That is where your interest will be included. Let's look at question number 4. Okay, it is actually question number 5, and it reads, a creditor with a debit balance is transferred to the debtor's ledger. What this means is we have a creditor who now has a debit balance. The moment your creditor has a debit balance, you must then transfer him from your creditor's ledger. In which amount quoted above is the transfer of this balance included? Once your creditor has a debit balance, in other words, you will see an account like this. This will be your creditor's ledger. And remember, it increases, it decreases. And the moment your creditor has a debit balance, the amount will appear on the debit side. A creditor with a debit balance, there is the debit balance. He must then be transferred to the debtor's ledger. For us to transfer this amount, we bring it now to the credit side. So we bring it on the credit side here. That is what we do. And we do that in the general journal. That means we are looking at the general journal, and the amount will now be 2,280. In which amount quoted above is the transfer of this balance included? It will be 2,280. That is the amount in which this transfer is included. Let me go to number 6. Which source document supports the entry of 69,600? Where is 69,600? On the credit side, what is this? This is our total purchases. And what is the source document that supports our purchases? It is your original credit purchases invoice. Your original credit purchases invoice. Your original credit purchases invoice. This is the source document that supports the 69,600 rands. Dear learners, we're going to go for an ad break. See you shortly.